It's September here on the farm, and we've got a baler now to take care of the straw on our wheat field. But this month, we're going to learn an important lesson that not all equipment is suitable for use on the field. And more here at Guy Friday's Country Goods. You can find a link to this playlist in the description below, or check the channel page for other farming series you might like. Well, it's September here on the farm, and just finishing up a contract. Now, we still have our money. I made one purchase. I'll show you guys that when we get back to the farm. Right now I'm just using this really spiffy Valtra tractor. This is not our equipment, of course. We're using this, we're just planting some barley on this field here. So we've still got our money because I was going to buy a field, and maybe we'll do that today in the episode. Not real sure. This is a good time of the year, you know, you could say, to buy a field, because this time of year you could buy a field that still has a crop on it, so you could profit from harvesting that crop. But all the fields around here in Riverbend Springs, they're all, like, I think absolutely all of them without exception are vegetable fields, and I just don't have the equipment to harvest those. It's not worth it. It's too expensive. So I think we only got a couple more rows here. So I've been less sure about buying a field. We might have a look at some, but I think what we're going to have to do is, we're just going to have to buy a field, and after everything's harvested, just buy a bare field and work it from scratch, because all the fields here have crops on them that are too expensive to harvest. However, our wheat field, has been harvested, of course. We harvested that last time. And we have a whole field full of straw now. Yeah, it's all full straw. Bought a straw baler. Found a used straw baler for sale. That was really, really lucky. So today we're going to go out and bale our field. I was just going to rent a small baler, that makes the small, like, 120 centimeter bales, which would mean, that's a lot of work. Well, A, it's renting a baler, which, there's cost involved with that. And B, that means making like 60, small bales that you then have to run up and down the field and pick up and manhandle. Well, anyway, I found a used round baler. So it was $35,000, but which is a fair amount of money, but it's actually, let me get this set on this row here. It was, let's see, where's the balers here? Baler. Here. It was this one right here. It was the cheapest one, and it was used at discounted price, so you really don't get much luckier than that. So I snagged it up, and I went to the menu and showed you, because that's the one we've got. It just, this contract is complete. This is not our equipment, so we're just going to leave this here. And let's go ahead and collect on this. This pays, what, $3,400? Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Well, I'm going to catch a ride back to our farm, and I'll just show you what I mean about the baler. All right, so here we are back at our farm. Oh, I'm going to have a look at the greenhouse. I forgot to look at that. So, here's the baler, and I've got the basic repairs on it. And, so this was great. This came at just the right time, because we just harvested the wheat field. And, it was like later that month. It was like a week later, basically, in game time. Like a week later after we harvest the field, boom, here's this used baler for sale. And it was great, because I was going to go the route of the small little square baler, and just deal with, tossing by hand, like 60 small little handleable, hand-sized, bales. This is much better, of course. We don't have a front loader on the tractor, of course. So, but we've got our skid steer. So we'll be moving the bales with the skid steer, of course. We'll have to transport it down to the farm. Do we have a flatbed trailer to move the skid steer? I forget. Are we driving it? We need to get a flatbed trailer to move that skid steer. Now, see, we've just got this guy right here. It doesn't have ramps. Yeah. That skid steer is great. Well, you know what, though? Should keep our eyes open for a second tractor with the front loader. I mean, having a second tractor is a good thing anyway. We're just short on money right now. So let's check out our greenhouse here. I haven't checked on it this month. Let's see how it's doing. All right, it could use some water. We can put some water in that while I'm thinking of it right now, actually. And it's everything's set to store, I think. It's got some stuff. We're growing chili peppers, garlic, and tomatoes in there right now. All right. So let's go get some water while we're thinking of it, because I don't want to forget. And then we'll get to the baling of our wheat field. All right. And where is our water trailer? It's got to be here somewhere. I probably walked right past it. I mean, everything in this farmyard is kind of crowded and just parked everywhere. We need some more. There's the water trailer. We need some more buildings to house vehicles. You know, hang on. Let's check this trailer out. Yeah, you know, I think yeah, our truck could hitch up to that. Technically, well, but we're already here with the tractor. This trailer is so small and piddly, and it's got a hitch that could hook up to our truck. I think our truck would be better handling it, but we're already here with the tractor, and the water point is not far. Can I get the tractor through here? Yeah. Carefully. We can go right up over here and get water. Let's fill this up. And yeah, I want to try to remember, you know, anytime that we're over by the greenhouse and we're thinking about it, we should grab a trailer of water and take it over there, so that way I'm not making, you know, several trips all the time, or obviously not running out of water. Alright, so we are going to put this water in here while I'm thinking of it. Wait, it says I can dump it from here, but I want to get closer because this seems like I'm not close enough. It doesn't seem to me like the hose would reach. There we go, that's better. And the way I see it, we may as well just park the water trailer over here by the greenhouse. Oh, darn, that tree is right in the way. We may as well just park the water trailer right here. Alright, so let's try out this new baler. I haven't used it yet. Figured I'd save it for today's episode here in September. Did I get this? I think I got this at the end of August. And there's going to be a fair bit of work to do on the field because, yeah, the harvester that we used, the header was so narrow. There's a lot of windrows of straw out on the field. But let's get out there. All right, and here we are at the field. Yeah, that is a mess of straw. That is an absolute mess of straw. All right, so the baler doesn't need to unfold. You haven't used it yet, so it doesn't unfold. We just need to lower the pickup. Well, it's a round baler. So, I guess the best place to start is... yeah, look at all of these windrows of straw. I don't know... whoa, hang on. I thought I lowered the pickup. No. Well, that's a rather inauspicious start. There we go. Let's see. Let's get an idea of how many bales do we think this is going to make. Oh, great. We got weeds growing here. Well, after we... maybe I'll plow the field. I know it's only wheat. We don't have to. I'll take care of the weeds. We'll get all this taken care of. Now, the field's also, of course, I've addressed this before. The field does have stones on it. It's got rocks, but there's just no efficient way of dealing with that whatsoever. No, it's just going to have to wait for, honestly, just going to have to wait for mods for the game. Because I'm not paying 60 grand for a rock picker. That's literally the only choice they gave us. Yeah, I've probably mentioned it before. It irritates me. I'm not going to hide the fact that irritates me. So we're going to have to wait for some kind of mod to come out so we can reasonably pick up rocks in the field. Because, but anyway, to my knowledge, rocks don't reduce the yield of your crop. They're just going to bang up your equipment a little bit. So it'll grease equipment wear, but there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, we should probably turn on auto drop. Save some time. There we go. Little bale. All right. Out we go. Unless, and this is, I mean, technically possible. I've mentioned this before, and I still haven't tried it. Unless there's a possibility that we can scrape up the rocks with a bucket, and I just don't know that because I haven't tried it. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to rule out the fact, I don't want to say there is no way to pick up rocks. There's a distinct, sorry, not distinct, there is a remote, distant chance that you could scrape them up with a bucket. I doubt it, but yeah, this is going to make quite a few bales. We're going to have a busy day in the skid steer picking these up for sure. And we've got, we only have that little bale trailer. Yeah, we do. We only have that little bale trailer. It's, I'll have to think about that. You know, unless we want to invest in another solution, it could take quite a few runs to sell these bales, but you know, we'll see. I baled up this field after we harvested it last year, and with small bales that I just hand chucked onto a trailer. Of course, it took a lot more time to do that, but I think it all fit between 2 trailer loads. Of course, those were, you know, much smaller bales. These were the small bales. You could stack them, you know, tighter. And yeah, so this is obviously gonna make quite a few bales. Probably go up and grab the skid steer here in a little bit and maybe get a couple of them loaded. We're gonna have to take the tractor up there too to get the trailer. Yeah, it's gonna take like a couple of trips, I think. Get an idea of how that's all going to go, and that way we can kind of break up the monotony of this, because this is probably, well, I don't know, it's not going to take that long, actually. It's going to take a little bit. But yeah, this is not as big a job as I thought it might have been at the very start. Man, this pickup is not doing the best job. Yeah, it's missing, well, then again, some of the straw is kind of sloppy on the field a little bit. Yeah, at least we got our own baler, though. Never a fan of renting equipment. Never a fan of, yeah, paying for equipment and then giving it back. So it's good that this one came up used, because balers aren't cheap. Yeah, once we get this bale here done, we'll go ahead and get the skid steer down here and on the trailer, I guess, and see how the loading it's going to go, and also see where we're going to take these bales to sell them. And well, that was a good stopping point, I guess, because I need to back this thing up and get some of the straw I missed there. So we're going to want to move that bale anyway. Yeah, so we're going to drive back to the farm. Yeah, we got quite a few bales to move here, and we're going to get the well, we need to get the flatbed trailer, and we need to get the skid steer as well. Now, we don't have a bale spike for the skid steer, so, well, man, the cars here. Yeah, these cars here, you really got to watch. They like to run stop signs, and they'll pull right out in front of you, just like that guy did to make a turn. We don't have bale spikes, but what we do have is a pallet fork for the skid steer, and I believe that should work. It's, a bale spike is not expensive. It's a pretty, you know, multi-$100 piece of equipment. You know, it's a pretty affordable piece of equipment, but the store is quite a bit. The store is way out of the way. I don't fancy an 11-mile-an-hour drive all the way down to the store, and I'm also not a huge fan of having just another piece of equipment, you know, laying around at the farm. So for now, we're going to see if we can get by with a pallet fork. This should do exactly what we need to stab the bales. Now this trailer here, okay, this trailer's got some surface area. I was just wondering, see, with the small bales, it was really easy to pile them into like a pyramid, you know, or just a big stack that takes up the entire surface area, right? But these are larger round bales. We're going to have more wasted surface area stacking those on here. And so with the bigger round bales, we, you know, might not have as much room, but it's decent. I think we could probably fit, we'll see when we get back down to the field, but we might be able to fit 6. So yeah, in my head, if the trailer was a little smaller than this, I think we can fit quite a few on here. And then we'll find out where we're taking them. Well, with the tractor down there, we're back here at the farm, and yeah, now we got to get this guy down there. Now, we've got the pallet forks, we've got everything we need. Yeah, with no easier way to transport this, we are driving all the way down there. So I'll meet you guys down there at the field with our little skid steer. It's just, unfortunately, yeah, right now, it's just, until we have a second tractor that has a front loader. Well, you see, the thing is, this would be great to have. I like skid steers for the farmyard, as long as you can keep them confined to the farmyard, because when you got to travel somewhere, oh, forget about it. But yeah, one day we'll have a tractor, and then we can leave this at the farmyard. But well, I'm going to get down to the wheat field. Well, finally down here at the field. Now, I think the easiest way to stack these on the trailer is going to be standing them upright. Let's see how much we can get them on the trailer there. Let's see. Yeah, as I figured, yeah, this will stab the bales just fine. Yeah, I think this here is going to be the easiest way to stack them on the trailer. Alright, let's see how much room we can... Whoa! That was, Alright, so I took that turn a little fast. Well, that's, I'm used to driving loaders around. These things whip around really quick. So I gotta grab this again. Yeah, you gotta watch how fast the skid steer whips around. Alright, this time with less gusto. And we gotta go slow anyway, yeah, because this bale is gonna be really heavy for this little guy. We wouldn't want to tip over forwards. Let's see. Can we fit these two across in the trailer? I think so. Yeah, we definitely can. Oh, sure. It might hang off, but yeah, of course we can. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we can easily fit 6 in one layer on this trailer. No problem. All right. I was worried about nothing. Well, then, we'll get these... Yeah, we'll get a start at getting these loaded up there. Now, right about here, you may be wondering, isn't he tracking up that field an awful lot? Don't you run the risk of getting stuck in a field like that with that little machine? Well, you may just have something there. Kind of break up the monotony of all the baling a little bit, although the baling really isn't that bad a job at all. While I wasn't going to sell the wheat yet, the best time to sell wheat would be in winter time. You can go ahead and get a jump on profits with the straw. We don't have any other uses for the straw. We may have cows or something in the future, but as we don't have any use ourselves for the straw right now, yeah, I think the straw is great to sell. All right, now I'm going to go... Yeah, those are pretty good. And actually, those are pretty centered on there. I mean, pretty much. We're going to get these... let's get these strapped down. Oops. There we go. That way, if we happen to bump the trailer or something loading the next ones, those won't fall over. How many more bales we got out here? Enough for a small load on the trailer, and we can see where we're taking them. Get an idea on our profit here. I think last year we made about $5,000 selling the hay, but honestly, the straw, but honestly, this looks like more straw than that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, I do like doing this better with the tractor. I mean, I do. I love skid steers working around the farmyard, but out here doing this, I'm used to having a tractor. Tractors are cooler, working in the field. Honestly, I don't know. Would this thing get hung up on those windrows? I don't think it'd be terribly good at going through those. That's for sure. I mean, this thing has the ground clearance of a sports car. I'm not sure. I don't know how good it'd be at off-roading through these bumpy windrows like this. Oh, I forgot to flip this bale. Oh yeah, can I load it like this? I don't think so. There we go. Yeah, I forgot to flip it. I was all focused on something else, but we got it flipped. There we go. And, oops, why can't I get off this? I don't know. Did I, what you call it? Self-fulfilling prophecy with the, yep, see, that's, what I was afraid of, but, I had to get my, my boom up. What is going on here? Yeah, you know what I said about this thing not being able to, yeah, I think I might have jinxed us, guys. I think I might have jinxed this. Here, let me... Damn. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. Here's what we're going to try. I'll try to well, the thing is, we've got a bit of a rut there. And, yeah. I hadn't thought about that. Ground deformation. Yeah, running back and forth with this little thing. And, yeah, what I said precisely came into play. How about we grab this up higher? I can get farther from the trailer this way. I might be able to stay out of that rut, and then we'll have to move the trailer forward, obviously. But yeah, I know what happened is I dug a rut with this darn thing right here, and yeah, darn it, now that. All right, let's get out of this. Oh, geez, I just can't believe it. I can't believe that what I said actually came true. So to answer the question, yeah. Oh, that was pure luck. All right, we're gonna have to move this off the field. Yeah, we're gonna have to move this off the field. So yeah, the answer is no. A skid steer, you should not be driving it on the field. You will get it stuck, 100%. If you drive back and forth in you know, in one place in the field, absolutely. All right, this should be good over here. We're just gonna have to make longer runs with the straw. But yeah, what happened is, yeah, we just dug in a rut right there, and this thing has, yeah, we got all the ground clearance of a 1980s sports car in this thing, and there we go. Let's get over here. See, over here in the grass, we're not going to be digging ruts like that. I mean, obviously, if you didn't figure out what I was doing, yeah, over here in the grass, we're not going to dig ruts like that. All right, now do I got room for, I'd say we got room for one more on the trailer. Yeah, realistically, without I think we're going to save more time if we just put 5 in a layer on the trailer. You know, it'd probably take more work than it's worth putting 6. So we now have a legit reason for wanting a tractor loader for the fields, something I hadn't thought about. Man, this sky is looking stormy and rainy, isn't it? Now, there's no rain in the immediate forecast, but I can't help but look at that sky and think, wow, all that rain we had this summer, and we might be getting a return of that. So we're going to get 5 of these bales on here. We're going to run this to the sell point. And definitely in the market for another tractor. I mean, it's a good thing to have 2 tractors anyway. It's just, you know, with our starting money and everything, I've been really tight on the budget. But we might have to take on more of a loan and invest in a tractor or something. Okay, let me get this up there. I don't want to take the time to mess with this again. All right, that took way longer than I wanted it to take. All right, let's get this strapped in here. Now, let's see where we'll be selling straw. All right, first of all, having a look here. No, there's no rain in the forecast today. It's just a very cloudy day, incidentally. All right, so straw, not the best time of year to be selling it. Yeah, that's true. You know, the price does fluctuate a bit. I mean, that price fluctuates. It's, if we wait later in the year, I mean, look, that's over a 50% increase in price. I think it's worth waiting. I mean, I thought straw was generally the same year round, but yeah, 50% more is, yeah, that's worth, okay, so we're going to be saving our straw, I guess, it looks like. Right. You know, I think we are going to want a second loader because we're going to want to keep this in the farmyard anyway, right? And we can leave this at the farmyard to unload the straw. We're going to need something down here to load the straw, I guess is what it looks like. For now, here's what we're going to do. For now, I'm going to get it back in this little guy here. We're going to get this one bale out of our way so we can finish that windrow. And yeah, this is simply not suited for field work. It's really funny that right as I said that, well, you know, I was driving over these windrows and I was like, I'm not sure this thing should be doing that now. No, it actually should not be. So let's move this bale out of the way here so we can finish baling. We're going to park this back at the farmyard, and this is going to be kind of strictly a farmyard machine, especially now that we see it's just not suited for field work. maybe one with tracks. See, that might be a different story. I still think it was the ground clearance that got us and not so much the wheels. But yeah, sure. Maybe if it was the Kubota skid steer that has tracks, maybe a different story. But regardless, this is the one we've got, and it's not suited for field work. But, I mean, this little guy is great for keeping in the barn and, you know, doing what we were doing with it, keeping it in the barn and using it to shuffle around pallets from the greenhouse and big bags of seeds and fertilizer and such like that. Like earlier, that contract that we were doing on the field, we were planting barley on that field. That was rental equipment, but those were our seeds I was using. I simply, I drove the rental tractor and seeder over to our farm, and I drug this guy out of the barn with some of our seeds. Yeah, this thing's great for shuffling around pallets and big bags and things like that. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, darn, I forgot. Those were our seeds that we were using, and when I finished that contract, I returned that equipment, and that was all our seeds in it. I meant to empty those seeds out, and I didn't. Well, that's all right. But yeah, this thing's great for all that stuff, so we're going to take this back to the farm, and now we know that. Well, all of the, that's out of the way. All the slow driving with this thing is out of the way. I guess we could have left this out because we're going to want to unload the straw, but we're already here, so let's park this here. And, well, that's that. We're going to need a place. Oh, well, I guess with just a little work, we could store the straw in here. Yeah, I just mean coming in and out of here. Here, let's see here. Let's make room in here while we're in here with the machine. So I can drop my forks off. Can I please drop the forks off? There we go. Now we'll move this bucket out of the way, and we can stack the straw right here. It's not quite as convenient as a lot of stuff could be, with all kinds of fancy auto-loading equipment and this and that, but I do think it's the old-fashioned way, and that's a perfectly logical place to stack bales right there. Oh, why am I taking this out here? We can stack this. We can place this. We'll put this back. Here, we'll just put this in front of the fertilizer. Oh, great. Now I turned the forks so that I can't get them out. Great. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's what we want to do. All right, we'll drop that off there. We'll pick these forks back up. All right. Now, we are set to, we'll probably just stack the straw against that wall there. I'm going to catch a ride back down to the field, and we'll get to baling. Well, we got this trailer. Well, let's get back to baling because, well, if we take the trailer back now, I'm kind of over moving bales for the moment, is the thing. Yeah, I'm a little bit over the bale moving thing right now. We'll get some more bales done, and then we'll run that trailer out there and get those bales stacked. I think it's worth saving them till winter time to sell. That was enough of a... I never really seen... I guess I never paid attention or something, but that's enough of a price increase over the winter that, yeah, they're worth saving for at least a couple of months. At least get the price up around, I don't know, 120 something per 1,000 liter unit of straw. Well, it looks like got maybe 4 more bales out here. Probably not quite 4 more bales. That's what it looks like. Looks like one of these rows makes, I don't know, not quite 1 bale. Yeah, we got about 3 bales with the straw left. Gosh darn it, this thing just missing stuff left and right. Well, it is what it is. Now, these bales might sit down here for a minute until we find, whatever. I don't know if we'll be getting a new tractor and loading them, renting something to load them. But yeah, we're going to have to obviously find some new method of getting these loaded. So these bales might sit here for a minute, but I want to get them, I want to get the straw baled, but I don't know when we're going to come down here and pick them up or what with. Alright, and I think we might just have enough to get one last bale out of this. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got 1 bale here. And then some scraps, I guess, are going to start a new bale. So we'll get this bale here dropped off. And then, well, actually, hang on a second. Let's have a look here. You know what? No, let's, we're going to kill this here. I think the best thing to do is pick these scraps up loose. Because this right here would make like, I don't know, 10 or 15% of a bale. And we don't want 10 or 15% of a bale in here, because who says, that, you know, what if the next thing we bale isn't straw, right? What if the next thing we bale is... that said, you know, we have a mod that should let us empty this early. I've never, you know, I haven't tried it for this. I didn't look for the option. You know, let's just, yeah, let's try that out, because I haven't, I've only used it one time, and I used it for a cotton contract. Let's just see here. Because, yeah, I would leave this loose just to avoid that. Now, let's just see. Let's pull this up. Yeah, actually we can. Because we have a particular mod, we can do that. So let's pick this, rest this up. And then we'll have just, so it'll be a bale that won't be 5,000 like the rest of these. It'll be less. So it'll say, you know, it's a loose, non-compacted bale, right? And that's a really handy mod to have. It's on the mod hub, of course. I forget what it's called. I actually have a video of it on the channel, because it'll save your butt on certain contracts that require you to have a certain amount of bales. But anyway, this saves us the hassle of finding a way to transport the loose straw, which is normally not an option. But when we, you know, with our complete lack of equipment on our farm, I'd have to find a way for us to then transport, you know, loose straw. But because we do have this, we can unload this bale unfinished as it is. And there we go. And so it looks like a regular bale, but if we hop out here and have a look, we see that it is straw 1,156 liters. Yeah, just 1/5 basically of a bale, 1/4, 1/5 of a bale. Right. So let's get our baler back to the farm. Now get that pickup folded up, and you know, here in FS25, even on a rainy, overcast day like this, it still manages to look nice. Oh, how's that look? You know, kind of looks like it just rained. That, you know, that lighting, kind of that dark but vivid lighting, almost as if it had just rained. Actually, yeah, it doesn't look completely gloomy down here in the field. It's actually kind of pretty. Well, let's get back to the farm with this. And oh, is there any way we can take this? And now there's not. It's going to take 2 trips. We can't pull the trailer behind us. No. Well, actually, there is a... Wait, let's have a look at this trailer. Can the truck pull this? Have a look at this. Let's see. I think the truck can pull this trailer. Sorry, I'm trying to get a better view here of the hitch. Nah, our truck won't pull that. Well, it was a thought. It was a thought that maybe the truck would pull it. Is that water on the fender there? Yeah? I mean, it's not supposed to rain or anything. You know, I washed the tractor earlier. Before we came out to the field, I washed the tractor. Do you think it's still wet from that? I guess maybe so. Well, anyway. Or maybe it's sprinkling out here. I don't know. It looks like it. Look at the weather. It looks like it, you know, right? But yeah, before we headed out to the field, you may have noticed when we headed out to the field, the tractor was... It was noticeably wet, and the tires were all slick and wet, because I had just washed it. I had just washed it. Maybe there's still some water droplets on it from washing it. Whoa, the traffic here, man! The traffic here gives me a... Every time I'm afraid they're going to crash into my tractor. Whoa! I just had a thought. Is there anyone in traffic here? Oh, I just had a thought driving up this road. Have I checked this house for this building here for collectibles? This looks like prime collectible territory here. It does. The collectibles here in River Bend Springs don't have a particular look. Like literally any of this clutter here is what the collectibles on this map look like. And so no, there's either none in here or I've already picked it up. But yeah, if you've done collectible picking on River Bend Springs, it looks like this. Old-timey tools and machine parts and stuff. I'm gonna have a look around here, then we'll get back home. All right, back here at the farm, we're gonna drop this off, and then, well, we need to get right back down to the field and get that trailer of straw, and I guess we're gonna have to unload it. Like, if we had, well, let me think about that actually, because I wouldn't be opposed to. Well, I was gonna say we could load it more. You know, if we could get all the straw on it, we wouldn't have to unload it at all. We could just bring the whole trailer back loaded and then leave it on there until we go sell it. But it's not gonna. We can't put all that straw on there now. So we're gonna want to bring it back and get those 5 bales unloaded, and then whatever means we use to load it further, we'll want to see if we can fit the rest of the field on there. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. We have 10 bales out here. Yeah, we got 10 bales. Yeah, I think we could fit those on the trailer. Well, let's get back to the trailer here and see. Do you think we could put another... We'll empty this trailer, right? We'll empty this trailer, but do you think when we load it again, we could fit 10 on here? I mean, obviously we can. I'm just thinking on a matter of center of gravity, we'll have to be very careful with it. You know, very, very careful with it. I think it'll be extremely prone to tip. But I think if we take the turns really slow, yeah, I think we can get home with 10. It just depends what method we decide to use to load them on there. Yeah, I think with this thing, if this thing had 2 layers of straw, it'd be pretty prone to tip. But drive carefully, I think it'd be okay. And then, you see, these 5 will be pretty easy to unload. I mean, it's only 5 bales. And then the other 10, you see, we'd bring home in one trip, and we would just park the trailer there. I'm pretty sure we could get by without using the trailer for, you know, a couple of months. But we'll keep an eye open for, you know, used tractors available locally. Maybe we can find one to use as a loader. I just think that'd be great. Skid steer is great around the farmyard, but this just illustrated that we really do need a second tractor. Hey, a second tractor is always handy anyway. But a second tractor to function as a loader would just be great. So we'll have to keep an eye open for any deals like that. It might come around. Who's to say? I'm sure something will. Something, I'm sure will. Let's get these unloaded here, and we'll just stack these in this barn here. Such a cozy little barn. It's perfect for this little machine to maneuver around in. Yeah, it's just perfect for this little guy here. It is a very cozy little place. It's not too bad if you run with a really tight camera angle like I am here, and yeah, it's not too bad at all. You just, yeah, very careful in and out, and 5 bales will get this done pretty quick. Yeah. One thing which might help, it definitely does help in tight situations like this, and here I'll tell you here in a second when we go back in, is there's a mod, kind of an essential mod. I think it's kind of essential. It's always one of the first ones for FS19, for FS22, and now for FS25. And that is disable camera collision. I think most people probably use it. It's definitely something essential for this, so that when we're working in these tight spaces like here, the camera is not constantly zooming in and out and giving you a friggin' seizure, right? You know, from zooming in, out, in, out, in, out. That disable camera collision is allowing us to come in and out of this, you know, smoothly like that. Yeah. This was exactly why you want it. Can we spike this from over here? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I almost wonder if we could get 2, but I don't think so. I don't think this little guy is... I don't think we're heavy enough to grab 2. That's okay, though. We almost got this. And we'll stack this guy up here. And I could have stacked him a little neater, but I was really kind of prioritizing time here. Time is money, as they say. Alright, last little bale. There we go. And that is a lot of really quick, whoa, little skid steer work. I didn't mean to do that. No, I was just trying to whip a tight corner, but it was tighter than I intended. And I'm not, no, I don't want it there. I want it to look a little nicer than that. Now, in reality, these bales are pretty heavy. Yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, had that thing actually flown off, that would have wrecked some stuff. I mean, those things, I don't know how much they weigh, but you can imagine they weigh hundreds upon hundreds of pounds. That would have seriously wrecked some stuff. And that's one thing that I'm disappointed that they don't I don't know how they could recreate it. I don't know. I'm not a programmer, but or game developer, but the physics work really well here, except for the fact that these things would weigh hundreds upon hundreds of pounds, and one of those falling off of that would probably do some damage to this barn. But anyway, we get those stacked there. That's good enough. Although, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, that stack right there is seriously bothering me. Seriously. I think we could do a little bit better on that, if I'm being honest. We could do a little bit better on this one here. You know, I think that's all we needed is just that little tweak right there. Yeah, that's fine right there. All right, so, well, that's all the, well, it's done all our straw off. We'll find a solution to get the rest of the straw off that field. But we got it all baled. We got 10 bales left. I think we can fit 10 bales on this trailer, carefully drive them home. I think that'll work just fine. Thanks all for joining me on today, a September episode here at Guy Friday's Country Goods. I will see you guys next time. I don't know if it'll be later on in September or if it'll be October. I don't know what we'll be doing. I always take things as they come here on the farm, but thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate any input, any comments down below. Thanks so much for subscribing and following along. And I'll see you guys no later than Friday for another episode. I know there wasn't an episode last Friday. I apologize for that. I put the second episode of the cattle guide. It took a lot more time, and it was actually as long and involved as one of these episodes are. So I said, well, that's what it kind of took the place of this episode was the thing. And I haven't missed one of these yet. I don't intend to miss another one. So I'll see you guys on Friday. Again, no later than Friday for another episode of this. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me.